Welcome everybody to the second early access review on my channel. This time we are reviewing Next Up Hero. Let us get started. The game starts off with two people talking about a story relating to another world. And in this world it is all spun together by a song. And through this song, people can call up heroes to fight an ever-encroaching darkness that seems to be approaching on the land. And these heroes are these literally sung up heroes are the ones you will be commanding in the game. In this game, you will pick one of several heroes and equip them with various artifacts, ancients, and abilities, who also have their own attacks, and you go out on ventures that, upon completion, will give you some more insight into the game's story. You use the mouse to look around with your character, the mouse buttons to basic attack and special attack, H to summon ancients, WASD to move, and each character has special unlocks that are unique to them. You can also collect artifacts, prestige, cubes, and other things from monsters you defeat in order to help you level up and use your special attacks. And at the end of every venture, whether you're dead from too many enemies hitting you or actually completing the whole thing, then that prestige is added to your currency. Artifacts are put into a little artifact vault. You get experience based on how much you collect, and you move on to the next venture. Ventures are randomized, so you have no idea what to expect going in. At the end of every venture, whether you die or you complete it, you will get a stat screen that shows you how many enemies you killed, how many levels you beat, how many echoes you revived, which are those ghost heroes you've been seeing in the clips, and how many enemy tokens you collected. Whenever you kill special enemies, you get these little tokens that drop, and these add to a little token meter that can be used to get some experience. Then you will also get how much prestige you earned, which goes into your currency, as I said earlier, and you also get an academy rank based on which venture you did. On the hero select screen, you will be able to view a character's attack, special attack, a super attack, like I like to call it, an ability, an ancient, and a profile. Your abilities are things that you unlock with tokens, and your ancients are things that you get as you level up and earn through ventures. As you unlock these ancients, you can call them in battle, and they will help you in some way, shape, or form. I have found them to be incredibly useful. Before we talk about the positives and the negatives, we will also look at the venture select screen. Here you can either create your own custom venture, or you can join one that's already in progress either through co-op or single player, and you can complete it where other players have left off, or you can start fresh at level 1. There are easy ventures, medium ventures, featured ventures, hard ventures, and insane ventures, all of which have their own level requirements. Co-op can start at level 4. And now for some positives of the game. The game looks incredibly very pretty, and I love the cartoony style of the game. The heroes themselves are incredibly awesome, unique, and they are very amazing in their own right, and they look great too. Leveling up is simple enough, and it's easy to understand to an extent. There's a fine amount of customization with each hero, with different skins, abilities, and such. The game modes are interesting, except don't be greedy. Screw that game mode. Challenging. There's a bit of challenge in this game, and I love it. It's not all just a big pushover, and I love that. Your dead partners in co-op can come back to life, which is a huge help. The levels are random, which means they can't be mastered, which means you have to expect the unexpected, which brings a good layer of fun to the table. And you can also add rare monsters and add difficulty and length to your ventures to add some extra difficulty to your game. And now a few complaints about the game, and most of them are about the co-op. You can't invite anybody to your game or be invited, which means you have to find the game your friends are actually in the game room, and you can't search for these games, so you're going to have to go through clicking each themed game to find them, and there's no way to group up with your friends either. And when you join a game, it feels like you're in another person's game that you can't really have with them. And no one can heal you except your partner, and there are no health packs, which irks me quite a lot, and which means that you'll be dying frequently. And it also kicks you out if the host dies without any explanation. It just puts you in a solo game. And your co-op partners don't have any real autonomy because they are completely at your whim, and they gain nothing from the venture. If you die, they get no XP, they get no prestige, no tokens, or anything. And there really isn't a lot of variety of the content. While there are plenty of game modes, there isn't anything really beyond the ventures. And the Don't Be Greedy mode is still a terrible game mode. I will never agree that it is a good mode. And the story for this game really is not there. It really, really is not there. I completely forgot there was a story, and every time I completed a venture, it didn't really seem like it was affecting the game at all, so I just kind of disregarded the story entirely. While the story does seem interesting, it just isn't there for me to enjoy it. Overall, the game does have its concept down. The gameplay is great. However, due to the lack of any meaningful modes and the gripes about co-op, I'm going to have to rate this game a wait. If you're interested in it, I'd recommend waiting until more content gets added and they fix up the co-op a bit. I do see a bright future for this game, and I hope it goes somewhere. Until then, I will see you guys next time.